Now let us study about the various cases of velocity time graphs. So we are going to analyze them in the same way we analyze displacement time graph. So first we are going to do these three graphs. Now we already know that for a velocity time graph, the slope, it gives us the acceleration, and the area under the velocity time graph, it gives us the displacement. So this we already know. Now let us start analyzing. Now in the first graph, as we can see that the velocity is not changing with time, the value of velocity remains the same. This same value of velocity is going on with the passing time. So we can say that slope equals to 0. Since slope equals to 0, therefore acceleration is also equal to 0. So this kind of motion will be a uniform motion because we are going with a constant velocity. The velocity is not changing, it is remaining same. For the second graph, since the velocity is changing but the slope does not change, the slope remains same at every point, so that means this is a case of constant acceleration. Acceleration is there because the velocity is changing but acceleration is same, so it is a constant acceleration. So here the slope is constant, and since theta is acute, we can say that slope is positive. So since tan theta is constant, so acceleration is constant, and since theta is acute, so tan theta is positive, so acceleration is positive. And since velocity is also positive, so from these 2 points we can say that since acceleration is positive and velocity is positive, that means this is an accelerated motion. So you can write that this particular motion is a kind of acceleration. Now coming to the next graph, here this is also a straight line, the slope is not changing, so this is again a case of constant acceleration. But here we can see that the slope is making an obtuse angle, the theta will be obtuse. So although tan theta is constant, this will mean acceleration is constant, but since theta is acute, that means tan theta will be positive. Theta is not acute, theta is obtuse here. The theta will be obtuse. So since theta is obtuse, so tan theta is negative, so acceleration is negative, but velocity is positive. So if velocity is positive and acceleration is negative, that means we are facing retardation here, because the theta is obtuse, tan theta is negative. So if tan theta is negative, that means slope is negative, that means acceleration is negative, but velocity is positive, so positive velocity and negative acceleration means retardation. Now let us come to the next graph. Now for this kind of graph, as we can see that the velocity is increasing but it is not increasing in a uniform manner. So that means this is a case of variable acceleration. Now here if we make slopes on these 2 points, then we can see that theta is increasing, although in both the cases the theta is acute, but it is increasing. So theta is increasing, this means that acceleration is increasing. The curve, the slope is becoming more steeper with every point. This slope at this point is steeper than the slope at this point. So since theta is increasing, the slope is getting steeper, so that means acceleration is increasing. And since theta is acute, this means acceleration is positive, because if theta is acute, then tan theta is positive and acceleration is positive, and velocity is positive anyway. So if acceleration is positive and velocity is positive, that means this is a case of acceleration. Now similarly we come to the next graph. graph number 5. Let us say that this graph is like this. Now if we make slopes on these 2 points, then we can see that as we are going down, the slope is becoming steeper, but the angle is obtuse. So first of all, this is a case of variable acceleration. Then slope is getting steeper. The slope at this point, as we are going in this direction, slope at this point is steeper than this point. If we take another point, then the slope becomes more steep. So since slope is steeper, that means acceleration is increasing, but theta is obtuse. If theta is obtuse, that means tan theta is negative or acceleration is negative. Now since velocity is positive and acceleration is negative, that means it will be a case of retardation. Similarly, if we do another graph like this, now this is also a case of variable acceleration. As we can see, it is not a straight line, it is a variable acceleration. And if we take any 2 points at two different times and make slopes, then we can see that the slope, as we are moving up, the slope is becoming less steep. So slope is less steep, that means acceleration is decreasing as the slope is becoming less and less steeper. If I take another point here, the slope will be like this. So since slope is becoming less and less steep, acceleration is decreasing. But since theta is acute, this theta, they will always be acute. So since theta is acute, that means acceleration is positive and velocity is also positive. So this becomes a very special case. This acceleration and velocity both are positive, but the acceleration is decreasing. So although velocity is increasing with time, but it is increasing at a lesser and lesser rate because the acceleration is decreasing. So this becomes a special case of decreasing acceleration. Now it is not retardation. There is a positive acceleration, the velocity is increasing, but the rate at which the velocity is increasing, it is decreasing with time. Now let us do a solved example. Let us do the same problem that we did there in the displacement time graph, that there is a tower of height h and there is a boy standing on top of the tower and he throws a ball in upward direction like this. The ball, this will be the trajectory of the ball till it hits the ground, and we are required to draw VT graph, velocity time graph of this motion. Now we are going to approach it with the same way. The upward direction, let us take positive, and the downward direction is negative. Now that means the initial velocity, if it is u, then it will be in positive direction. Then the ball will reach the highest point where its velocity become equal to 0, and let us say it reaches the highest point at t1. Then it on its way down, it will again cross its starting position, and since this time t1 is same as the time of descent, so it will cross the starting position at 2t1, and finally at t2 it reaches the ground where its velocity just before hitting the ground is vf. Since acceleration due to gravity is always in downward direction, that means we are going to take acceleration as negative. A will be equals to minus g. Throughout the acceleration, throughout the motion, the acceleration is minus g. Now if we plot this graph, if we plot VT graph, then the initial velocity is u. So that means at time t equals to 0, at this time there is some value of velocity. So our graph will start from here. The initial velocity is u. After this, the velocity is constantly decreasing. there is a constant acceleration, the acceleration is uniform, there is a constant deceleration, and the velocity is decreasing till it reaches 0. So that means from u the velocity will decrease uniformly till it reaches 0. So it will be a straight line till it reaches 0 at time t1. Now at time t1, after this time the velocity is going in downward direction, so it is going in negative side. So velocity is also in negative side and acceleration is also in negative side. That means the velocity is going to increase, but it is going to increase in negative direction. So here velocity will increase but in negative direction, so our graph will continue in this way till the ball, from here the ball again crosses its starting point. So at this point, at let us say 2t1, at this point the velocity will be minus u. From here to here it started with u, then 0, and then again minus u. So at point 2t1 the velocity will be minus u. Now after that again the velocity, the direction of velocity is same, it is in negative direction. So that means the velocity will keep on increasing in negative direction in the same way. So this line will continue a straight line till it reaches here, let us say at t2. So this will be t2 till it hits the ground at the, and this value with which it hits the ground will be our vf that we took here, the final velocity just before hitting the ground. So this will be a straight line because throughout, why is it a straight line? Because throughout the acceleration is minus g, it is not changing, the value of acceleration is not changing, and the direction is of acceleration is also not changing, so it will be a straight line. Now let us take another example. Let us say that a ball is dropped at time t equals to 0 from a height h. It is ball is being dropped from a height h, and this ball hits the ground, it rebounds from ground elastically. What is elastically means? I'll just tell you. Elastically to same height. That means the ball is striking the ground and rebounding and going to the same height h. And we have to draw a velocity time graph, a VT graph, while taking downward direction positive. Now this question is making it compulsory to take downward direction positive. Till now we have been taking the upward direction positive. For this we will take downward direction positive. So let me draw the diagram of this situation. This is ground and there is a ball at a height h, and this ball is dropped. It is dropped, that means its initial velocity is 0. So it is coming like this. It strikes the ground and rebounds and goes to the same height. Now the rebounding here is elastic. Now what does elastic means? Elastic collision is a kind of collision in which there is no loss of energy. That means if the ball is hitting the ground with velocity v1, then it will rebound and go upward with the same velocity v1. So there is no loss. So you can write here, this you can keep in mind, it will come in detail in later chapters. Elastic collision, there is no loss of energy during the collision. So if there is no loss of energy, then the velocity with which the ball collides with the ground, the same velocity it will acquire while going up. Now the downward direction is positive as given by the question, and upward direction will be negative, and since acceleration due to gravity is always downward, that means we are going to take acceleration as plus g. Now the ball drops down, let us say it collides with ground at time t1 with velocity v1. Then After the collision, the velocity reverses its direction, the v1 goes upward, it reverses its direction, and in time 2t1, because it is going to take same time, so from here to here it is t1, here to here again it is t1, so at time 2t1 it reaches the same height and the final velocity becomes equal to 0. Now let us plot the graph. Now at t equals to 0, the velocity is also equal to 0. So this is going to start from here. Now after that, as the ball is coming downward, it is subjected to the uniform acceleration and it is positive. So acceleration is positive and velocity is also in downward direction, which is a positive direction. Since both velocity and acceleration are in positive direction, so it will be a uniform acceleration and it will be a straight line till the ball reaches the velocity v1 and hits the ground at time t1. So let us say it hits the ground here at time t1 at velocity v1. Now after collision, the velocity reverses its direction. So now the velocity has become negative. So that means we have to go towards the negative side of the velocity. So let us say that this is minus v1. Now for the remaining part of upward journey, the initial velocity is minus v1, and since it is going opposite to the direction of acceleration, so there will be retardation. So the value of velocity will start from minus v1 and it will go towards 0 because of deceleration. So at t1, the velocity is v1, and then at 2t1 this velocity becomes 0. So from minus v1 the velocity will go like this. So this will be the velocity time graph of this particular situation. Remember, why is there a break? Because at this point at t1, direction of velocity is reversed. The positive v1 became negative v1. So for the upward journey, the graph will start from negative v1. Now it is not asked in question, but suppose if we want to draw the displacement time graph of the same situation. It is not asked, but let us do it anyway. If we draw displacement time graph, then we can see that if the displacement is starting from t equals to 0, then the ball is coming downward. The velocity is positive because downward direction is positive. So velocity is positive and acceleration is also positive. That means the motion is accelerated. So accelerated motion in displacement time graph, positive acceleration will be like this till it reaches this point t1. So it will be like this. So for this part of the graph, velocity is positive and acceleration is also positive. That means there is an accelerated motion. So the curve will be like this. Then at t1, at this point, the velocity changes its direction. So now velocity is going in negative direction, upward direction is negative, velocity is going in negative direction, acceleration is downward direction. So now that means there is a retardation, there is a deceleration. So velocity is negative and acceleration is positive. That means there will be a retardation. And we have already studied the graph of retardation. It will be like this. And at 2t1, the velocity, the ball will again reach to its final position, that is the 0 position. So this will be the displacement time graph. So here you can see that if you follow some simple rules, you can easily draw velocity time and displacement time graph and easily analyze any type of graphs.